Dear Diary, June 27th, 2017. Let me adjust this a little bit. Is that better? So, anyway, I'm just going to get into this and start talking. So, just to, clarify on the title, I wasn't, having an affair or anything like that. I wasn't the mistress or what have you. At least I didn't think I was. So this actually came up last week. I think it was Nightbird. She had asked me on my last live stream if I was still with my boyfriend or the guy that I was dating. I had talked about him in a video and we were going to have a long distance relationship. And I totally forgot that I'd never talked about that. And no, we were emailing and stuff, and somewhere around March or April, I think it was in April, he just stopped talking to me, just basically ghosted me. And I tried, emailing him 3 times. And backstory is he's ex-military, I don't want to say too much, but he's overseas, okay? So we can't talk on the phone, and I mean, we have met before. I didn't just meet, I mean, I met him online, but he was in my town and we actually went on dates. We've seen each other in person. So he just kind of ghosted me, and I was worried. I was like, oh my gosh, what if he died? Because he said he was going to a relatively dangerous place, especially for Americans. And so, I don't know, I was just worried about it. And then I kind of was just whatever happened, it happened. And I kind of was just letting it go. I would think about it from time to time, but I kind of just was whatever. But in the back of my mind, I was always wondering, I'm did he die? It's so sad because he has a daughter and she's young, and I wouldn't I wouldn't wish for a child to grow up without their parent. I mean, my dad died when I was a teenager, and I still felt like I was too young to lose my father. So for whatever reason today, I decided to look on Facebook to see, because we never became friends on Facebook, and he's not a big social media guy anyway. He never posted or whatever. So I go on there to see if somebody had said rest in peace, or maybe I'm a terrible person. I'm just being totally morbid, but I was just seeing, I just wanted to know if that was the case, and didn't see anything. And I'm not a stalker, I'm not a snooper, but I did know his ex-wife's name, so I went to look on her Facebook to see if she had posted anything about, we lost someone or whatever. And I happened to go to her about thing, and it said, in a relationship with Mr. So-and-so since March. And I was and it was March, April when he started to ignore me. And I was just oh my God. They got back together. And I'm mad because my friend made a point that with social media and stuff, it's just easier to ghost people than having to confront your problems. But I mean, I'm a little psycho, but I'm not that psycho. I'd rather you just tell me that you'd rather work it out with her, and then I know. And it's not I'm gonna come stalk you. I would have left it alone. I would have been okay, you have a daughter with her, do what you gotta do. I'm not tripping. I just don't like lying, and it's just then I was worried. I was well, shit, were they married the whole time? I don't think so, because when we first got together, he told me about her, he told me about his daughter, And I did do a little snooping just because I wanted to make sure he wasn't married before we like went out on more dates and stuff. And when we first started talking, her profile said single, and she was going by her maiden name. So I didn't think anything. I believed him that they really had gotten divorced. And obviously he still had to keep in contact with her because they have a child together. And so, you know, I honestly think that they did I honestly think that they did get a divorce or whatever. And her profile still is her maiden name. But so after I went through that, then I actually decided to snoop. And maybe if I would have done this snooping back in the day, I would have seen these things. But like I said, I try to believe people. I really didn't do a whole lot of snooping. Only snooping I did was just to make sure he wasn't married. It's kind of peace of mind for myself. And beyond that, I really didn't care. You know, but I go and find a picture of them, and it's like a family picture with like brothers and sisters and their wives and husbands and their kids. It's like a huge family picture. Well, there's the two of them when their daughter's in there, and in the middle, and that picture, it was like a professionally done picture, but that picture was posted in November. And he was talking to me in November before he went overseas. And so I'm just like, well, then how long has this thing been going on? Like, how long has he been talking, you know, getting back with her? Like, maybe it even goes before that. I don't know. So he was just talking to both of us. And, you know, the funny thing about it is I actually had stopped talking to him for a little while. And then he, like, came back to me and started pursuing me again and saying, like, I missed you, and he said stuff like, I haven't been with anybody else except you since, you know, we last saw each other, and I haven't talked to anyone except you, and I miss you, and I think that we should try to be together and be boyfriend. He didn't say like boyfriend girlfriend, but he's like, we should try to be something more, and let's try it, like, let's see where this thing goes. And he said these things. I didn't start this. Like, he did. And you know, I liked him, so I got back on board. But to just be ghosted, though, to say that you want to start a relationship with somebody and then you just ghost them? Because that's the thing, is like, I wouldn't stand in the way. Like, you know, kids need both of their parents, and if they really wanted to try to work it out, especially for the sake of his daughter, like, I wasn't tripping. And I don't know, I found all this out this morning, so it really put me in a down mood. Like, I was really, it was sad and mad. I mean, I'm feeling a little bit better about it, but it's just like, I was already in a kind of funk, you know, just with stress at work and just like inner struggles, personal stuff. I call them episodes. I have these episodes where I just get down, you know what I'm saying? I just get down, and then I kind of shut down and I internalize a lot, and then, I don't know, this just kind of felt like the frosting on a shit cake, you know what I'm saying? Like, really? But how do you just, like, ghost somebody? I mean, I've done it before, like, when I was young, you know, like, in my late teens, or I stopped doing it when I was, like, in my early 20s. Like, if I don't want to do something, I straight up tell people now, and honestly, my life has gotten a lot better since I started doing that, and I just... And I don't want to be like bitter, and I'm not gonna, that's why I'm not saying his name, I'm not saying anybody's names, not exposing anyone. This is just about me. But, and you know, I don't know, like, who was it? Somebody at work today said that I should like put him on blast or whatever, or tell him, and then I'm like, no, one, because then I will look like a stalker, because obviously I went through his shit to find this stuff out. But then two, it's just like, I guess it's just not my style. Because it's not really all that. Like, it's like a non-factor. Like, it pissed me off, I'm upset, yeah. But I'm not, I guess it's good that we didn't get that close, and that, you know, this whole correspondence, not the whole correspondence, but our last few months of correspondence was him being overseas. So, you know, it's hurtful. I think I'm more annoyed than anything else. But yeah, and I feel stupid. One, I mean, I'm glad that I didn't snoop earlier on, because I'm just not a snoop. But like, if I would have snooped earlier on, I would have seen these little clues and pieces, and maybe not have like thought, oh, this could work out and we could be together. But it's just, I'm just like annoyed, and I just feel stupid. And I mean, so I've had friends who have been on both sides of the cheating spectrum. I've had friends who have been cheated on, and I have friends who have been the cheater, the mistress. Can you hear that? People being hella loud outside. And it sucks on both sides. There's no easy way around it. It sucks on both sides. Like, yeah, for the cheater or the mistress, it might seem fun and exciting at first, but ultimately, a lot of the times it just ends in heartache for somebody, and bullcrap and BS, and I just don't want to be a part of that, like, drama, because I've seen how badly it's hurt my friends, and just like the shitstorm it creates, and I don't want to do that. And but I mean, I feel like I did my part, you know. I asked him face to face, not online, like we were face to face in the same place, if he was married. He said no. And I believed him, but then I did some snooping, like a little bit just beyond that, and there were no signs that he was married. But yeah, if they're gonna get back together, it's whatever. I don't know. I'm just like not. I think I feel a little bit better. Like, if I would have made this video this morning, I probably would have been a lot more emotional. But, you know, I've mulled it over. I guess part of me wants to be like, yeah, lone wolf. I'm the lone wolf. I'm the free bird. And then another part of me is like, whatever. On to the next one. Who's next? Who's next? I don't know. I'm not like, I don't want to like give up on dating, but yeah, like right now I'm just very perturbed. It does make me question, like, what am I doing wrong? Like, am I doing something wrong? Like, what are the ones that I like and I think that we're connected with just kind of like fade away? And I would like to, I would like to say this is the first time I've been ghosted, but not really. I wouldn't say it's so like ghosted, but where they just kind of like stopped texting and stopped calling. And there was a few of them where I messaged them back and got responses, but they just weren't into it anymore and didn't really give me an explanation. And I guess, I don't know. Like, if you don't like it and it's not working out, just let me know. I'll let you know. I will. I don't know. Anyway, I just have to get that off my chest. But yeah. The title may seem clickbaity. It's not. I mean, it is the truth. My boyfriend got back with his wife. But I am not the mistress. I am not the side chick. Although it looks like somebody was trying to make me that. I guess he had the decency to at least ghost me and not try to string me along while he's with his wife. I guess I'd rather have that happen than the alternative. But whatever, you know, best of luck to them. I hope they work it out, you know. I hope that they're a happy family. And I'm not saying this to be like vindictive, or I'm not being sarcastic, like I'm serious. I don't wish bad things on people. I'm just upset. Like, put your big boy pants on and just tell me what's up. I'm not a crazy bitch. Like, I don't know, are people afraid of me? Like, afraid of my reactions? I mean, I know my personality can be big sometimes, but I'm not mean. You know, I don't explode on people. If anything, I internalize it. It's not healthy. I've been trying to get better with it, but anyway. I've almost been talking for 20 minutes. Hey, Nightbird. Oh, I was just about to sign off and say peace. Nightbird just hopped on. Hey, I was talking about you. I was talking about you, Nightbird, because you were the one who brought up, what's his name? And I think I told you that he ghosted me, or we lost contact or whatever, and I thought maybe he had died. He didn't die. He got back with his ex-wife and just forgot to tell me. I don't know. It's whatever. I was just explaining that it was a little hurtful. Just a little bit. How did I find out? I decided this morning, I don't know why, I think it was since you brought it up last week, it kind of had been on my mind. So I had the idea of going on Facebook to see if, I'm sorry if it's loud, the air conditioning's on. I went to go on Facebook to see if somebody had made like a memorial page for him or anything, or if there were any comments that said like rest in peace or whatever. And then I went on, and there wasn't, and then I went on to his ex-wife's page, and her like about me or whatever said in a relationship with him since March. And that was around the time that he stopped talking to me. It was like late March, early April. So, yeah. It's a little upsetting. I'm just annoyed that, like, my friend said that, you know, with all the apps and social media, it's just, like, easier for people to, like, be cowards and, like, ghost people than to just be, like, honest. Because, like, I'm not like a psycho. Like, if he would have just told me, like, hey, I think I want to work it out with her, I would have been like, okay. And I would have left him alone, because they have a kid together. So, you know, if they want to be a family, I'm not going to be like a crazy bitch and stand in the way of somebody who wants to be a family. Like, I'm not that kind of psycho. I'm the good kind. So yeah. Very interesting. Well, he should have said something, and then because, you know, and I also didn't do snooping beforehand. Like, I did a little bit to make sure he wasn't married when we got together, and I was sure that he wasn't married, but I didn't really snoop beyond that. And then now I was snooping this morning, and there's just like clues and evidence that he's actually been talking or like getting back with her since Thanksgiving, like November. And that's when he was still like approaching me, and he's the one who started this thing, because before that we didn't talk for a little while and I thought it was over, and he's the one that's like, I miss you, let's get together. Well, and here's the thing is, he wasn't in the same state as me. He actually went back to his home state where that's where she lives, because his car and stuff was there, and also he wanted to see his daughter before he went overseas, which, I mean, I understood. And do you see my kitty? And then I guess maybe it was more than just seeing his daughter. That's, I can only assume. But then why continue to see is cute? Why continue to like try and talk to me and say that you want to be with me? That doesn't make any sense. Well, it makes sense if you're an asshole and trying to play two people. That's just really messed up, because I'm not about that. I have to well, thank you, Nightbird. She said, yes, definitely he doesn't deserve you. No, because I don't lie. And I mean, I'm not perfect at it, but I try to tell my best. I try to tell people up front how I feel about something. I've been trying to get better with that. Yeah, I mean, I think like ghosting somebody is so childish. It's so childish, like, and considering the fact towards the end we were just emailing. Like, how long does it take to say, like, a 2-sentence email? Sorry, I've decided to work things out with my ex-wife. Have a good life. Goodbye. Or it's over. Goodbye. And then you could block me. So if you didn't want to hear my response, if you didn't want to hear, like, an email back from me saying, but why? Then you could have blocked me after that. But at least you sent out the response so it is known. Yeah, I don't know. It's all good. I was just, because he knows what a terrible thing that is to do. True, but I think it's more terrible to not say anything and just like let somebody, you know, flap in the wind. Or he probably didn't know what to say. Yeah, that's true too. And like I don't want to say I'm mad. I'm not even really mad anymore. Like this morning when I found out, it was like a mix of emotions: sad, a little disgusted, super annoyed. Now it's just like, I think now I'm just disappointed. Mostly just disappointed. Disappointed that people do stuff like that. I just hope, well, I can't even really hope, because that's clues. If he was talking to me still in November, and then there's pictures of them together in November, he was probably trying to romance both of us. Don't date guys with kids. I'm not against guys with kids. it's not so, you know, it's not really so much the kids that bother me, it's the baby mamas, because, like, what if they're nuts? Having to deal with baby mama drama. Just because there will be more drama and there's a mother somewhere who will always be in the picture. Yeah, and that's the thing though, is like, oh, just dropped my water. That's the thing, is the baby mama drama. The baby mama drama would be the reason why. But I don't know, if it was, I'm gonna eat some of my soup. If it was somebody like we really connected with and I cared about, I don't know, I guess you just put up with it. But the thing about it is, Nightbird, you and me, we're kind of a rare breed, at least where I live, being in our 30s and not having any kids. So finding somebody who like doesn't have kids it's harder. And finding somebody who doesn't have kids and who doesn't hate kids. Because I like kids. Probably a lot more in your area as well. Sorry, I had to take a bite. Yeah, I'm not against dating men with kids. But yeah, if there's a baby mama and she's nuts, that could be like a lot to deal with. I mean, it's rare, but it's becoming more common, I think, of where baby mamas and stuff are starting to be a little more cool. If the kids are older, it's better. Yeah, that's true too. Also, I think it's better too when the baby mama has moved on. And when I say like moved on, not saying she's like obsessed with him and still wants him back, but moved on in the sense where she has a new boyfriend or remarried, and has a separate life, then they're not as crazy and in your guys' business, and it seems to be a lot more understanding and you can actually get along with them. Because here's the thing too, I've actually had friends and stuff, there's just been instances where the baby mama didn't want nothing to do with the new girlfriend or wife, which, you know, was one of my friends, yet you're gonna send your child off to go be with them for the summer or whatever have you, knowing that this woman's gonna be around your child, i.e. taking care of your child, but you like will shit talk her, show her no respect, won't engage with her, ignore her. Like, here's the thing, if I knew somebody was like taking care of my child or gonna be around my child for long periods of time, I'm gonna be all up in, like, not all up in your shit, not like that, that sounds bad, but like I'm gonna know you, like we're gonna have a conversation, not a mean one, but if you're taking care of somebody's kids, like wouldn't you want to know who that person is? Wouldn't you want to like talk to them and be like, you don't have to like each other, you don't have to be best friends, you know, but there should be like some sort of respect considering the fact that they're taking care of your children. It'd be no different like if you send your child to like a sleepover. You're not just gonna, your child comes home and says, oh, I'm going to so-and-so's house to sleep over. I don't know, like I would give my child the freedom, but like I would also want to call the parent to make sure, one, that it's okay, to make sure exactly what's going to be happening over there. It's the same thing to me. I don't know. yeah. I wish, I don't know, I need some more. It is the same thing. I wish, like, I don't know, I need some more money or something like that. Maybe I should go on farmersonly.com or go on eHarmony or one of those. Have I dated guys with kids before? No. Well, I've gone on dates with guys with kids, but had like a relationship. I really haven't had that many relationships. I've only had like 2. Yeah, you will find a better class of people on either Match or Harmony. I agree, because those people are paying to be there. And so, since they're paying to be there, maybe they take it a little more seriously and aren't shady AF like on Tinder or whatever the free ones are. There was this one guy I really, really liked, and I still think, and we only, yes, they're paying more serious about really finding someone, not game playing on free sites, and it's true, because the free sites, you can have a wife, girlfriend, whatever, like, you can just go on there to, like, just mess around, so, or you're just there to hook up and be nasty. So, who else is watching? It says there's 2 people. Because free sites, you can be, yeah, you can be cheating on free sites. There's this one guy I met, and he was just so nice, and we only went on, like, 1 date, and we had been texting for, like, a little while. We went on 1 date, and we spent, like, literally the whole night together, like, talking from, I think it was, like, went to the movies, and my friend went with us to the movies. Hi, Simeon, how are you? Thank you, you love my content, thank you. We went to the movies, my friend even went with us, and then we went and had coffee, and just, then we ended up just, like, I mean, the sun came up, and we were still hanging out and talking, and we talked for a while after that, and then, you know, Christmas time came around. This was like 2 years ago. Christmas time came around, and this dude has 4 kids. 4 kids. He had 4 kids, but I liked him so much. And then all of a sudden the text kind of slowed down a little bit, because he works like night shift, and he's a single dad, and it was Christmas time, so I kind of laid off a little bit, and then days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, and I thought, oh, maybe it wasn't a thing, but I liked him so much. And so it had been a while, so I just texted him, just like, hi, how are you? And he gave me a text, like, he's like, oh, sorry, I lost my phone with all the phone numbers in it. Who is this? And I said who it was. Nothing. And I was like, oh, I guess didn't mean as much to you as it did to me. Oh well. I guess he just, I don't know, he got his booty, and that was it. But, like, why would you stay up, even after he got the booty, why would you stay up with me all night just talking and talking and talking, and then still talk to me after that, then ghost me? Don't do that. I know. It's so bad. I don't know. Yeah. Unless you know, don't give it too fast, unless you know he really cares. It's true. It's true. You know, I feel like that's something you say to, like, young girls and stuff. But shoot, us old-ass bitches can be just as naive sometimes as well. I guess I was all romanced. I got romanced. You're older than me? Yeah, like, not by much. yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I guess just kind of keep my eyes open. I don't know. Just keep, I don't know, just keep doing me. I mean, like, I make mistakes. The guy with the faux kids, that was a mistake. You know, I did jump in too quickly. I mean, I try to be a better person every day. Try to grow from experiences every day. But I still mess up sometimes. It's life. What are you gonna do? I just, you know, I don't know, where's that line? That line of, because I've said this in previous videos about, I never wanted to be like the jealous one, the one that's always snooping, the one that's always like insecure or what's the word? Suspicious all the time. Like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to live my life like that. But then I'm wondering, like, maybe, like, if I would have done a little more snooping, I would have figured this stuff out earlier. Overbearing. Yeah, I don't want to do that. And maybe I would have figured this stuff out. But I'm not going to change. I'm not going to become that person. This hasn't changed me like that. It's just upsetting is all. Just, sorry, my nose is running a little bit. Excuse me. Just like a little upsetting. But yeah. Maybe I should just like save some money because I don't know. I think for like 2 months or something, it's like $60 something on eHarmony or whatever. Maybe I should just save a little and pony up the dough. I should try Match. I could try Match. The only thing about Match, because I did do like this free trial thing. Maybe it was just the free trial, but Match was like, I felt like kind of just paired you up with like whoever. I didn't feel like it was very specific. And also, like, if you wanted to get more specific, like Match was cheaper, but if you wanted to get more specific, you had to buy all these plugins. And then after you bought all the plugins that you needed for chat, for specific matches, this and that and the other thing, it was the same price, if not more, than eHarmony. Whereas eHarmony, the price is the price. You pick whoever you want, though. eHarmony sends you matches and you have no control over it. But maybe that's, I don't know, is that a good thing? I don't know, that's good and bad because, like, Match is better. Because it's bad that eHarmony's bad. Because it's true, like, because I did think about it, like, about eHarmony and Match. It was like, okay, so you take a personality test or whatever, and you match, like, on eHarmony, you match with the personality or whatever. But, like, would you really want, opposites attract, would you really want to date someone that you completely match with? Because, like, wouldn't you want somebody who's, I don't know, different than you? At least a little bit. Like, I think it's important for, like, long-term relationships. I tried it and it was terrible. You tried eHarmony, it was terrible. Because, like, if you have, I just totally had a brain fart. Oh, what was I saying? If you have, for a long-term relationship, I think it's important to have similar core beliefs. Yes, I tried eHarmony and Match. I had so many dates on Match. I met the nicest guys on Match. Simeon says Match is pretty good but expensive. I think they're both expensive. I was just thinking eHarmony because of the matching. I don't know, maybe 3 months is about, I think that's how much it is on eHarmony. It's like 70. I don't know, they're always running deals too. Maybe I should like go to the two big Mormon churches where I live. They have like singles game night. eHarmony sucks so bad I got off it early. Did you get a refund for leaving early, or did you just have to pay all that money up front? A lot of, I mean, I'm not hating on church, like I'm a Christian, but if you're single and you're going to church to look for a match, it's like the jungle. Have you ever seen like Mean Girls? Oh, Simeon said Christian Mingle. I thought about Christian Mingle, but I don't think it's like, I'll just say it. I don't think I'm Christian enough for Christian Mingle. I feel like I would be baiting someone. I mean, I'm Christian and stuff, but I don't really go to church. And I don't know. I believe in God and Jesus, but I have like, my friend said, as long as I have the core beliefs, the details, it doesn't matter. But I have a lot of like religious beliefs that don't go with a lot of like Christian churches and stuff, like my own personal beliefs about things. There's 3 people in here now. Who's the 3rd person? I'm still having to do this on my iPad because my laptop's old and I need special software to use the camera on it and stuff for the YouTube live, so I can't see the full chat on my iPad. I wish there was a way like it would be better, but I can't see it. But Nightbird's in here, Simeon's in here. Who else is in here? So, oh, now there's only 2 people. Somebody left. Oh God, no. Maybe it was Sushi. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm Christian enough for Christian Mingle. But yeah, like I always, man, the women who go to like church looking for a man, they can be downright vicious. I mean, it's worse than like going to a bar or something. Like if they see like a single guy at church, they just swarm him like, I don't know, like it's D-Day or something. Yeah, I can't even, it's just, it always made me laugh. But yeah, church can be quite competitive as far as the dating scene goes. Plus 2, that is weird. I haven't been to church in years, so, I mean, I haven't been in a while, but like when I was like younger, and even not that long ago, it seemed like it was that way. And not to hate on Christian or church-going people. What about the gym? See, I feel weird. Like, I wouldn't want to bother somebody at the gym. We can't really afford to go to the gym right now either, and that's how broke I am. I've been going, like, the little gym in my complex where I live. Every time I go, I'm the only person in there. But, like, where I live, it's a lot of senior citizens and retired people. So, and then the only other people that aren't senior citizens, they're little kids. So, and so, even if somebody was in the gym, it would probably be an old guy. But, yeah, like, not hating on Christian people. You don't have to bother anyone. You see the same people there You go same time, say hi, it makes you talk and you become friendly. True. But even when I did go to the gym all the time, I don't know. I mean, I did do a lot of classes. I really didn't go out too much on the gym floor. I did classes, and in classes it was almost always all women in the classes. But yeah, I was just saying that, like, because of like having premarital sex or whatever, I feel like church people just like will jump into relationships so fast just so they can bone under the word of God, and it's like, you should not have married that person because they're awful. Just because you're a Christian doesn't mean you're not an awful person. What'd you say, Nightbird? No need to change that up. Do free weights and machines. You agree? Well, first I need some money to go to the gym. But the gym, yeah. The gym is a nice place. I mean, there's some good looking people at the gym. Not that that's what I'm all about, but there is something to be said about what you said, Nightbird. One, don't give it up too fast. And there's something just to be said about waiting before getting physically intimate with somebody. But then it's like, I don't know. I feel like, part of me feels like you need to test drive the car before you buy it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do classes. It may be cheaper if you just do machines and free weights. Well, there are cheaper gyms where they do, yeah, where they just have like the machines and stuff. There's actually one. It's either a fitness for 10 or it's a anytime fitness. It's not too far away from here. Maybe I should go. I don't know. Well, I guess maybe if it was like cheaper, I could afford it now. I took my nails off. I took off my fake nails because I've been sitting here complaining about how I don't have any money. But then yet I go get my nails done like twice a month, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. You're an idiot. So I got my nails off to give me like a little bit of extra money. Call and ask about packages. Well, if it's Anytime Fitness, if it's Anytime Fitness that's over here, I did go to one and ask them about, or was that Fitness Connection? Oh my God, there's so many. I think it was Fitness Connection. They had a $10, and it's right, there's like one, like, well, there's also an Anytime Fitness right next to my work. There's two, Fitness Connection and Anytime Fitness. And they were saying, like, yeah, you can do $10 a month, but you have to pay like $150 up front. And I was like, I ain't got that. I don't have $150 to just give you. I don't know. Maybe this is the way it's supposed to be. Forever alone. I'm not, oh, no, tell them you want to go month to month. Well, I did, that was the month to month. The packages ones, yeah, you don't have to do that, but like you have to give them their credit card and the blah, blah, blah. But if you want to go month to month, that was like the stipulation. They want you to pay like so much money up front. Well, at least that's how it was at Fitness Connection. I haven't looked too much into Anytime Fitness, which are, if you're not familiar, they're like two big chain gyms. At least on the West Coast they are. I don't know about the East Coast. I'm not religious, but spiritual. I have taken a break from the online dating because it's crazy. It's easier to be dishonest online, my opinion. It is. Actually, I was saying that earlier. My friend, one of my friends had said the same thing. It's easy for people to just lie and ghost you. Just, and who knows? I mean, hopefully not. Like, there's a smaller majority, but who knows? There could be like cheaters on a match. I'm not going in it. I'm not going to go into it being pessimistic, but I mean, cheaters are everywhere. They're everywhere. I just, yeah, I don't know. I do not know. I'm feeling better. I'm just, honestly, I don't even know. I don't even know what I would do if I had a boyfriend. Because the last time I had a boyfriend, it did not go well. I was not in a good headspace at the time. I would say I was a much different person than I am now. I was very, like, unstable. And now that I feel like I'm more mentally stable, I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know what I would do. How long was I with him? Like 2 years. And we were living together for a little while. But he was awful. Sorry, I have something in my teeth. He was just awful. He was alcoholic, and he just kept getting progressively worse, and I don't know, like, in the beginning, what I took was like, oh, he cares, and love was actually, I realized later, was him, like, being controlling and wanting to make everything that I do revolve around him. And alcoholics do that. Alcoholics will do that too. Like, it's about them, because the alcohol, like, it messes with your brain. It makes you super delusional. And you can actually, this is actually in the Alcoholics Anonymous book. I would pull up the verse for you, but it's on the iPad that I'm talking to you right now. But in Alcoholics Anonymous, it says that, like, alcoholics see their world as a stage, and everybody in their lives are puppets, and they'll get very upset and freak out, and gives them more cause to drink because the world is full of bad puppets who don't do what they want, and because, you know, we're not puppets. But that's how, like, alcoholism kind of makes you see the world, for some. I'm not saying for all alcoholics, but I mean, this is in the book. But it made sense to me, because that's how he would treat me, and his mom, and his sister, and his dad, or anybody else, his friends. You know, we were bad puppets, and if we didn't do what he wanted, he would throw gigantic fits. I'm just going on and on and on and on and on and on. And then the one before that, the other boyfriend, I would say before that, that was, no, I don't need an alcoholic. And because it messed me up, because I was already in a bad place when we got together, and it just messed me up more to where I needed counseling. You can do a million times better than that. Thank you, Nightbird. I'm trying to, like, because if you don't, like, love yourself, then you will find people like that, like bad people. And I think that's why we got together, because at the time I did not love myself. And so you're gonna find somebody who treats you or your self-worth the way that you feel you deserve. And if you don't love yourself, then you're going to find somebody who treats you like crap. And it's like literally like a psychological thing, but like abusive people seek out people like that and somehow are drawn to them and just know who those people are that are like in bad places or don't love themselves enough. And then that just becomes like their prime targets. Maybe that's why I'm so, like, I was so upset this morning about that, was because I thought I was doing so good, being positive, grown up, and then I get played. What does it say? Yes, they look for vulnerable, naive people to take advantage of. And it's like, is it like a pheromone that you give off or something like that? Like, how do they, like, they just keep finding them? I don't know. Don't look at my ashy legs. But yeah, I don't know. The guy before that treated me nice. And I really did like him, but it was... I don't even know how to explain. He was a nice guy, but my dreams and ambition and aspiration were like up here. And his dreams and aspirations were like way down here. And really didn't have a ton of drive. He just wanted to be here. And he was okay with that. And I'm not and wasn't. Which was weird because this was during the time where I didn't like myself that much. So that just tells you how low his dreams and aspirations were. And I was just like, nah. Yeah, he just wanted to exist. Like, he just wanted to, like... And at the time, he wasn't working. He just wanted to, like, if he had a job, he would do random jobs. But he just, like, wanted a job to have enough money so that he could have an apartment or whatever. And also, but so be able to go and, like, because he really liked going to the casino and just, like, watching sports at the sports book. And just have money to, like, sit there and drink beer. That's all he really wanted. And then he was talking about us having kids. And he was like, yeah. And he like, I remember one time he was like, F it, let's have a kid. Like, it's no big deal. I was like, no, we don't even have anywhere to live. Like, I mean, we weren't homeless, but, like, I was living with my mom, and he didn't have a job. And where would we live? With my mother? And have kids? I mean, I know people do that, but I would only do that if it was, like, a last resort, like something bad happened, but I wouldn't want to start my life out like that. No shade, but that just ain't me. Yeah, I'd be supporting him, and no, not about that. Not about to do that. I'm not saying I'm a gold digger. I ain't messing with no broke. Yeah, I don't know. He was nice, just not nice for me. Gotta get that Kanye in there. I don't know. I feel better talking. I was like, today I was debating about live streaming tonight. Because like I said, when I get sad or like stressed, I kind of just internalize it and just don't want to talk about it. But I was like, no, I should just, it'll give me something to talk about. But like now that like the day's gone by and I've talked about it, I actually feel a lot better. You know, it's whatever. Yeah, some feelings were hurt, but luckily we weren't in a full-blown relationship and I found this out. We weren't, I don't know, together. So, I mean, granted, we did do it, but that was before we said we were going to be together, like, so, because he got his booty, he could have left, but he got the booty and stayed around, and then wanted to, like, be together, and so I was like, okay, alright, I'll give it a shot. Oh well, I don't know. Anyway, thank you, Nightbird. Thank you, Simeon. I'm going to get off because I've been on here for an hour. I think it's both of you. Yeah. Oh, now it's just you, Nightbird. But yeah, yeah. Thank you for coming on because I was talking about you because you're the one that brought it up. Thanks a lot, Nightbird. Thanks for digging in. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, it was good. Because now I know. I'm not flapping in the wind wondering, did he die? Did he just ghost me? Now I know for sure. But yeah, you also made me think too, like I need to be really better at updating. I say things in videos and then I just forget about it. And then stuff happens, all this stuff happens, and I never said anything like how the story ends. So I need to be a little bit better about that. Keep it, he's a loser. Loser. Well, loser or not, hopefully at least he's a good dad to his daughter. He might not be a good husband or boyfriend, but let's just hope he's a good dad. But thank you, Nightbird, thank you, Simeon. And I think it was Sushi who stopped by for a second. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna finish eating it. I don't want to show you, it looks nasty, but it's Mexican gumbo from Qdoba. I'm gonna finish eating my soup. Peace out.